Ferrari, Bugatti, and even Ford. When it comes to cars, there are ultra rare supercars. But when it comes to the fact that you want one of the most exclusive cars on the planet, you know you have to pay top dollar. And even then, it's not the easiest thing to get. Many brands have fought for the title of the most exclusive car. But you might be wondering what some of the qualifications are to get one of these sweet rides. Allow us to show you them. Be sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel. Number 6, the Ford GT. It shouldn't be too much of a surprise that a Ford car is on here, mainly because when you think about it, Ford has been innovating since day one, and as one of the longest running car brands in the world, there is no doubt they're going to keep making cars, not just for the common man, but for those who can afford the best of the best, and that is what the Ford GT is. This very sleek and very powerful car is one that will run you $500,000, and that's just the first hurdle you need to cross. The other main hurdle that you need to do is an application process, which on the surface honestly doesn't seem that bad. I mean, you spell out who you are and such and you get the car, right? No, wrong. Because they are looking for some very specific criteria before you hopefully get selected for this ride. What's the measure of a man or woman they are looking for? Not surprisingly, they want somebody who will embody the Ford GT brand, meaning that they'll not just drive the car well, but be responsible with it and likely not bring it into, bad situations. To make sure you are the right person for the job, they will literally go through your social media to make sure that you are a good fit. No joke. And while you can try and get a Ford GT secondhand, they usually go for double the price of just going through the application process, so good luck with that. Number 5, Lamborghini Veneno Roadster. When you think of the brand Lamborghini, you no doubt think of high-end luxury. While Ford is nice and they make great rides, Lamborghini is just simply a step above, and that's perfectly fine. They've earned that distinction. Which brings us to the Lamborghini Veneno Roadster, which is a very special hypercar that is meant to not just look boss, but be one of the rarest rides in the entire world. Why is that exactly? Simple, because the Lamborghini Veneno Roadster has been made only 9 times. 9! And the people that drive them were hand-picked by Lamborghini in order to make sure that they were perfect for the brand. But even if you were handpicked to get this incredible ride, you would still need $4.5 million on hand just to get the car, which again proves just how special this ride is. Oh, and like the Ford GT before it, the car has been put on the market in a used fashion, and it was also priced at double the original. More than double in this case, as they usually sell for $9.5 million. Number 4 is LaFerrari. You know you're getting a pretty special model of car when the name of the brand is in the title itself in an atypical way. If you can't tell, the LaFerrari is, by surprise, Ferrari. One of the highest quality makers of cars in the world, and of course one of the most expensive makers of cars in the world today. The LaFerrari is easily one of their most exclusive cars ever, and just in terms of price, it'll run you about $1.4 million. But what might surprise you is the rather odd rumor about the major qualification you need to own the car. Because to get this 950 horsepower vehicle, you need to own at least 5 other Ferraris in your collection. Then you go to your dealer and apply to get one of the models. The dealers will send Ferrari a list of the most loyal customers and then go from there. Now, unlike the last 2 cars, there were a bit more LaFerraris made, 499 to be exact. But there were over 1,000 applications the day after the car was unveiled, so it was a tough process to select the best. And if you do try to get one used, it'll run you about $3.5 million. Number 3 is the RollsRoyce Sweptail. Of the models that we've shown you so far, there's no doubt that these cars are exclusive, but even in the lowest numbers, they are models that are owned by many people. But in the case of the RollsRoyce Sweptail, not so much, as this was an exclusive car made for one person and one person alone. This all happened in 2013 when a customer came in with the idea to make his perfect Rolls-Royce model that was based on both the cars that Rolls-Royce had made, like the Phantom, but also the yacht stylings of the 1920s. The company was willing to make this happen for, only $13 million. And the guy agreed. This one-of-a-kind car was made to be luxurious inside and out in the literal sense. From the swept tail in the back to the interior that was so luxurious it actually will give you a bottle of wine and 2 glasses at the push of a button. And luggage that was made for the vehicle. To be rich. Am I right? Number 2, the Tesla Roadster. What is there to say about Elon Musk? He's a bit crazy, he's very eccentric, but he does know how to get stuff done, including making cars via Tesla. But not just any cars, electric cars, ones that run cleanly and yet have incredible power. The premier model of this brand of electric cars is the Tesla Roadster. They're in development right now and could release this year or early next. And to get in line for the Roadster, you need to be ready to lay down some cash. For the base model, you'll need a deposit of 50 grand. But to get the limited edition Founders Series, you'll need to lay down $250,000. Like we said, a bit crazy, a bit eccentric. Coming in at number 1 is the Bentley Bacalar. Sometimes companies make cars that they know are only for their most loyal customers, and the Bentley Bacalar is just that. This was a super customized model of one of their previous cars, but it was pimped out, if you will, to look even more special. 12 of these cars were said to be made, and before they even released, they were sold out. Which is saying something because each one costed $1.9 million. This ride was meant to go fast and look good doing it, and it honestly does just that. There you go, a look at some of the most exclusive cars in the world and why it's so crazy to try and get some of them. Have you heard of all the cars that are on this list? Which ones would you personally love to drive? Do you know of any other exclusive model that could have been in our video today? Let us know in the comments below. Be sure to subscribe, and I'll see you next time on the channel.